Yeah, man.
All right, man. Hey, yo, what it is and what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the 280 Plus Podcast. I'm your host, Slows Def. This is the podcast where we take the conversations off the timeline. We go beyond the tweets. And tonight, man, I'm here with another guest, man, a real special guest. Yo, man, brother, introduce yourself.
What's good, y'all? My name is Chad. I go by Chad Visionaire. And I'm just glad to be a part, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
No doubt, man, no doubt. And we're gonna talk about kind of like our common relation, or you know what I mean, how we kind of know each other and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah, for sure, for
Yeah, I
sure.
mean, former guests and my boy, man. But and before we get started, man, you know, if y'all new to the platform, man, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, you know, share the content, you know, leave a comment, man. If you know Chad, you know me, you know, show us some love and all that, man. So yo, man, so so Chad, you from around the way? You from where from where I'm from, PA? You know what I'm
I was
saying?
born there.
Okay, poor. Okay. And so now you live in DC. Like how long have you been out that way? You know what I mean, down there?
Well, let me clarify. I
Okay.
actually live in Maryland.
Okay.
I
Okay.
have to clarify that because that's a thing around here. Like, I don't want to disrespect nobody. Like,
Okay.
I'm from the Maryland part of the DMV. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. But
Okay.
I grew up in, I don't know if you're familiar with Charles County, Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
like right,
Prince Charles County, or is that
no,
PG?
it's right next to it. Like it's like literally like 10 minutes from Prince George's County. Like,
Okay. 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 Oh, that's
yeah.
just okay. How long you been down out that way? Like you been down there for a long time, or?
Yeah, it's been years, bro. Me and my mother moved out here around when I was 9, actually. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm practically raised in Maryland, born in Maryland. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you know that distinction. Why is it such a distinction? Is it like just a territorial thing? Like, because you know, like in PA, like if you're not from like Philly, like people that ain't from Pennsylvania, they just assume everybody from Philly, and then you be like, nah, I'm from here. But then there's
Right.
people that might be like, nah, I'm from here, but it might be like a suburb of Philly, but it's like, nah, that's not really
Right.
Philly. Like, is it like kind of like that, like where it's like,
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It gets kind of confusing, man. Honestly, like so basically the DMV is a metropolitan area,
yeah,
and like you got people who are actually from DC that feel like their Maryland and Virginia is not a part of them. But
oh,
here's the tricky part: the culture is the same,
okay, music style, all that, like.
everything. So,
Okay.
but like you said, like when it comes to like neighborhoods, different territories, all that, it's just people take that to heart. They're like, no, no, he not from DC because da da da. But in
Yeah.
my point of view, I think it's all the same because
O-
I go up to DC every weekend. Like
Okay.
everybody talks the same, dress the same.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Okay. And so like, I don't know. I guess like so the DMV area, like I think at least from what we know up here in North, we know it's like a really heavy like black area. You know what I mean? Don't you live?
definitely.
Don't you live? I think you bragged a little bit. You live in like the
Yeah,
richest
bro.
black county or something like that.
Yeah, I do. Charles County. Actually, it used to be PG County,
Okay.
but
Okay.
now it's Charles County. So I'm definitely bragging about that
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, man, it's cool to see. It's like you got a lot of like successful, wealthy black people out here, but then you still see the other side too. It's
Okay.
kind of weird too, but it gives you a different perspective. Like
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
being from around here because I get to see all angles. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, okay. So it's like that chocolate city feel like that. Does it kind of feel like a utopia almost? Because they try to say like Atlanta is like Wakanda, but like I don't know. Like I always looked at like I've always known a lot of like well off people from Maryland, black people that what I mean doing their thing. Is that kind of more like a
I,
Wakanda or
from my experience, bro, I feel like we're more than a Wakanda. The only reason
yeah?
why I think we don't get as much shine is Atlanta. They come together as a people more.
Okay,
Out
okay.
here is more like competition.
Ah, that
It's
that must be the North kind of like because
yeah.
or do they kind of consider DC the South, or they don't? How does that look? Because
that's
the
that's
Mason
another
Dixon,
weird thing too.
yeah, like the Mason
Yeah,
Dixon is actually not that far from PA, but like it's
right.
like what is it like? Is that are y'all North or y'all just stuck in the middle somewhere?
I think we just stuck in the middle, man. Because you got some people that feel like they up north, and then you got some people that think they southern. So it's weird.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool, man. That's cool. And it's good to see. Probably, just different because yeah, like, obviously the world. If you live like in a heavy metropolitan area, or you live in a heavy black area, I know it probably feels good. I mean, because you've seen people that look like you've seen all these like small businesses, whatever. But then like sometimes I wonder like if I mean, because is that an accurate depiction of the actual world? Yeah, I mean, or even our country, you know what I mean? Because like I live, where we live up in PA, but like even where I work is like I realize like it's a little bit more rural, and I realize like yo, it's a lot of fucking white people out here. Like it's a lot,
Right.
like it's a lot, bro. And it's like, and then you just see how things are kind of shifting politically and things like that. And it's like, we have a big voice and we have big personalities and things like that. And but it's like we really only make up a real small, part of the population. And I
Definitely.
think that's why we still sometimes get the short end of the stick, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, so man, so let's talk about you, man, and Chad Visionaire, man, and so you got some photography going on and things like that, man. So tell us about some of your latest moves and what you got going on, man.
Okay, so Chad Visionaire, I started this like 3 years ago.
Okay,
Honestly, I wasn't ever into photography at all. Like,
okay,
yeah, I started off like my biggest interest was fashion. That was my biggest
ah,
thing, and I was actually running a blog at the time.
okay,
I had a team of people, man. I had like a stylist, I had writers, it's pretty much a company, a whole out company, but it was a blog as well. And we just talked about, different fashion takes around the DMV area. It was catered to the DMV area.
okay,
So fast forward, man, like I had this photographer on my team, and this is dope. I'm not trying to like diminish him or anything. Like he's still my boy to this day, but make a long story short, he had something else to do and he couldn't, provide for the team no more. So I'm just that type of person. Like I like to take matters in my own hands. And at the time, Instagram is just like Instagram is the thing to,
yeah,
promote your brand and stuff like that. So
mm-hmm.
that's honestly how I picked up the camera. And I was like, let
Oh,
me give this a try. And then once I picked up the camera, I just fell in love with it. I truly fell in love with it because it got to the point where I just kept picking it up every day and just trying to figure it out. Like I'm pretty much self-taught photographer. I didn't go
okay,
to school for it or anything like that. I just went on YouTube and was like, how can I shoot better photos pretty much? And
okay, okay,
that's pretty much what I did. I'm still doing that to this day. I still haven't formally taken any classes or nothing like that. So
okay,
I'm very proud of that, honestly, because now I feel like people are really recognizing me as a professional.
okay,
So
okay,
I love it, man. Then the name Chad Visionaire, always been a dreamer, always
mm-hmm.
had visions. And that name just came out of nowhere, man. I just made it my Instagram handle name. And
Yeah,
I just went from there. It just stuck with me.
yeah, yeah.
Like if I was to get tattooed, man, I don't have no tattoos on me. But if I was to get that, like Visionaire would be tatted on me. Like, that's how much it means to me.
Okay, okay. That's
Definitely.
deep. That's deep. So like it's interesting. All right, so you know what I mean, and we kind of just mentioned it earlier. So your cousin Quell, I mean, that's my boy. I mean, Martial Photography. Like, how do you like y'all? I mean, because he's into photography, but like in terms of y'all paths, in terms of y'all getting into photography, did that cross paths at one point in time? Did y'all kind of start at the same time, or did you inspire him? Did he inspire you, or is it was it just a coincidence that y'all both got into
It was a
photography?
coincidence, man.
Really,
Yeah,
really.
we're really close.
I know. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, you like the favorite cousin. Yeah, I mean, that's what I know
yeah,
about you, man. Like, I
definitely.
mean, so that's
Yeah, that's my best friend, man. Shout out to
yeah,
Paul, by the way.
yeah,
Yeah, man, it was just a coincidence. Like I picked up the camera, I started getting into it, and then next thing you know, he got into it, and I was happy because I'm like,
yeah,
you know, one of the things like this is one of the things we always talk about, but black men they always talk about sports and the stereotypical type stuff.
yep,
So with Quelly, we always say like we're different. Like we could be different. We don't have to be like other people, like the next basketball player or I'm talking about the next artist or producer. So like when I picked up photography, I think that sparked his interest. And then, like I said, it's just something different. So
Okay, okay. That's what's up. Yeah, and you know, just knowing Quill and just it seems like he's like at his happiest like when he's doing that type of stuff and like, you know, finding like a passion and things like that.
I'm
And I
happy.
see him, I see, yeah, I'm happy for him too, man. Just him continuing to grow and yeah, you're right. You know, like he and that, I think that's part of his brand too, like Martian, like he's different, you know what I mean? Like, you
Exactly.
know what I mean? So
And
yeah,
then,
that's I can see the synergy there, you know what I mean, and
right,
how
right.
it relates. But that's what's up. So, what kind of photography do you get into? Like, you know what I mean? Is it so you started from, you know, kind of out of necessity, but then you had to kind of pivot or did you just start finding different interests or like what was that about?
That's a great question. I got so many interests, bro.
Okay.
Like I said, I grew up in Charles County. Like I've seen so many different things. So I experienced so many different things. So with that being said, like I got into portraits, I got into street photography, I got into weddings, like
Okay.
you name it.
Okay.
I just tried all of it. And honestly, I narrowed it down. I think my niche right now is definitely portraits,
Okay.
definitely street photography and travel now. Like I've been traveling more. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to reach out to more people that's traveling, get that bag and that.
Yeah, yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. And so do you have any special projects kind of going on like at the moment? You know what I mean? Like any
Yes, sir.
okay.
I'm working on a project right now. It's a project I came up with. It's called Black Man It's Okay. Um,
Okay.
the reason why I titled that is, there's a stigma on black men in America, and I just want to talk about it, man, through my photos. I'm actually working on a film as well.
Okay.
My idea for it is like two sides to it. So the photos I want to represent all the stereotypical things that they say about black men. And then
Mm.
on the other side, I want to show like the good aspect of it, kind of like
Oh,
Charles County, pretty much.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, like so you want to see all the bad stuff, like for example, like guys, drug dealers or whatever, and then the good side is like, you know, there's actually fathers in the home and stuff like that. So I want
Okay.
photos and film to show both parts. And then another idea that I have is, there's references. Like I'm a fan of hood films, pretty much. I guess.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, there's gonna be different references in my photos and the films from the films that I enjoy watching growing up. So
Okay. Okay.
I'm excited to, release that, and I plan on releasing it at Father's Day.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to popularize Father's Day again, man. Like Father's
Yeah.
Day is not
Yeah,
it's not the
it's
wave no
definitely
more,
it's a
bro.
second fiddle. I mean, definitely the mother
Yeah,
like I remember it was one year that you know, because if you try to go out to eat with your mom on Mother's Day, you chalk it up. You know what I mean? Like you better have a reservation and all that, whatever. And I remember one time I went to dinner with my dad on Father's Day and like easy as hell to get a table. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
it's like it ain't I'm like, ain't nobody like celebrating their
Yeah,
dads, like you know what I'm saying?
exactly, bro. Like I'm I'm glad you brought that example up because to me, I feel like it's so sad now, but I get it. It's like, I'm not gonna go to this long story. Like we already know like our people, like we don't have a lot of fathers in the home. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's a long history of it, but you know, that's why I want to do this project and this film. Like I really want people to see like, there's another side to it. And I really want to promote that. Like I'm tired of seeing us looked at a different light. Like even our women, like
Okay,
I
okay.
hate that I'm getting into this, but our women don't
Nah, yeah,
view us
let's cook.
like
Let's cook
yeah,
it.
they don't view us like men no more. Like it's just
Okay.
weird nowadays. So like I'm really trying to bring that back to where like Father's Day is actually popular again. So that's why I want to release it on that day.
Yeah. Did you happen to have your father in your life? I mean, is
Yes, I
that
did.
okay,
I'm
okay,
very
okay.
grateful of that. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I would say this: I didn't always like have him in my life like presently all the time.
Okay, okay.
And my father probably don't care if I talk about this, but there was a time where he went to prison, whatever,
Yep.
and I felt the effects of that. Like he went to prison, I believe it. I think it was 4 years,
Okay.
So I know what it's like to not have a father. Like,
Yeah.
of course I could call him, write him letters, but it's not the same when he's not there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
yeah, so like I seen the other side. Like my dad, like after he got out of prison, like, and that's a whole nother story. Like my parents were always together. Like they got back together when I was 16.
Okay.
So that's when they got married, and he was really present in my life. So that really completely like changed my life when he
That's
came
good.
back.
Well,
Definitely.
that's good. That's deep. So they got married when you was 16 years old. Like, I mean, usually, nowadays, if you let women tell it on social media, yeah, I mean, if it take too long, like, it ain't nothing
Right.
there. You know what I mean? But like, I know everybody love story different and all that, but like
Yeah,
that's
bro.
that's deep, bro.
Yeah, their story. It's a movie, bro. Like I swear they got a York love story.
Bro, okay,
I
okay.
swear,
See,
bro. We had to talk
that's
about that.
probably an inspiration for a film or something like that you got in your head or something like that. I mean,
Facts, bro.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Wait, well, you was talking about hood movies.
Um,
What's your favorite hood movie?
that's hard, bro.
Give me three. Give me three that like go to movies. Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely Paid in Full.
Okay.
Well, this is not really a hood movie, but Poetic Justice.
Okay. Okay. Black movie. That's a black
Yeah,
movie. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and Friday, yeah. So those
Okay.
three.
Okay. I think I go with yeah, gotta say if they don't gotta be all hood movies. Juice is definitely like
Oh yeah,
maybe
definitely.
not, that might be number one for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
just yeah.
Juice. I mean, Paid in Full is good. Paper like if I'm gonna go funny, Friday is an easy choice, but like Paper Soldiers, like that was my
Oh
shit.
yeah, yeah,
Like when that first came
yeah.
out, Kevin Hart, like that. That's
Yeah,
like the funniest Kevin Hart. Like you know, what I
yeah,
mean,
definitely. I agree, bro.
that's like peak.
I
That
agree.
might be, and I'm not gonna say he peaked then, but like that was the real. You know, what I mean,
Yeah,
that's what we loved him for. And
real
then maybe
authentic Kevin Hart for sure.
yeah, yeah. And then like, all right, if I go like let's say hood, probably like something like Higher Learning or something like that. That was my shit.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
That was
Like,
my shit. Yeah, yeah. You giving me the Ice Cube vibes right now, man. You know what I mean? You got the he's with the big
yeah,
fro and all that.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. I'm proud. You know what I mean, happy for you, man. You got all this stuff going on, and like I said, it sounds like a good visionaire. You know what I'm saying? And
Thank you,
what
man.
you
I
got going
appreciate
on.
it.
So all right, man. So then you also have a brand. So Product of God. Like, so what is that? Is that just is that a clothing brand? Is that like a style thing, or what is that like?
So product guy, I guess I could label it as a lifestyle brand pretty much.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, because I don't want to focus just on clothing.
okay,
No offense to other clothing brands. Like I've been in the fashion game for a long time, so I've seen, heard it all, done it all, pretty much. And
okay.
clothing, just like music, is just oversaturated right now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just oversaturated. So like for me to like stand out a little bit, I want to make a lifestyle brand. Honestly, a lot of my favorite brands they're transitioning over to that. Like
Okay, okay.
for example, like Stussy. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's a
I've
LA brand.
I've heard.
It's a
Yeah, I've seen
popular
it.
streetwear
I've
brand.
seen it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, so like they started out doing streetwear clothing, but they're making like other products as well. Like
Okay.
anything you could think of that involves like your everyday lifestyle, they're on it. Okay, I'll give you a good one. Supreme.
Yes. Okay.
They're
That's a
not
good. Yeah,
really
because like they put it on anything. Like it's like it could be
exactly.
anything. Okay. Yeah.
So that's where I'm trying to lean towards of because like I said, like lifestyle, I think that's gonna be the future. Like and
Yeah.
more people gonna gravitate towards it. So and it gives you more options. And then I want people to really gravitate towards my brand. Like
Okay. Okay.
I, it's not even just fashion brands. Like it could be like I'm a big fan of Chick-fil-A. Like
Oh.
I will
Okay.
always go to Chick-fil-A. Like I wanted to be like that type of feel. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
so
Okay.
people connect and like represent like that brand. So with
Yeah.
that being said, like product of God, honestly, it just started off as a phrase that I always used to say, like, you know how people say like I'm a product of my environment.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I used to say a lot like I'm a product of God, and not to get too religious or anything, but you know, in the Bible it says you're made in His image.
Okay.
I
Okay.
really, gravitate towards that. So I
Yeah.
always used to say it, and that was just that's what it was like from the beginning, and then um the idea to do like a whole brand or whatever, I just I think this was 2 years ago, I believe. So yeah, 2 years ago. So I was just like, man, I want to do a brand. I know people know me for my fashion, so I definitely got to start off with the clothing, and I want to, expand from there. So
Okay.
right now, I got two sweatshirts and a hat that I already released.
Okay.
I released it last year. I think it was around the summertime, and
Okay.
it sold out in 2 days, based off my family and friends. I'm a keep it G, bro. Like it wasn't people like I didn't know. It's just all support from my family and friends.
Hey, it
Uh,
starts there though. It starts there.
exactly, but I
Yeah.
love it because it's like they're repping it right now.
Yep.
Like because it's been a while. Like I'm not gonna lie, I haven't released anything since then. So I'm right now I'm gearing towards releasing something next month,
Oh,
and next
okay.
year as well. So
Okay.
yeah, so like everything is coming together. It's just a process. So
Okay.
yeah, so
Is it clothing or just something random like we
right
that we
now
can't
it's
expect?
clothing.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
like right now next month I'm gonna release the same thing, the two sweatshirts and the hat. Um, they're sweatshirts, so across the sweatshirt it says Visionaire,
Yeah, I seen them just
and it
hard.
correlates to my Chad Visionaire brand. But
Yeah.
Visionaire, it's such a deep meaning. Like, so with that, what I'm gonna talk about Visionaire. So with Visionaire, like
Yeah.
I want people to realize, like, if you have a vision and a purpose, you should fulfill that. Like, and I feel like that means so much more than materials and money and stuff like that. And not to like don't get me wrong, like I want to be a millionaire one day.
Of
Shit,
course.
shit, I
Yeah.
want to be like a billionaire one day. I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna just
Yeah.
get out there. But um, visionary, like I feel like that's greater than all of them. Pretty much is what I'm saying.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
have a purpose, you have dreams and visions, and you align it, and you focus on that, and it's making an impact not only in your life but in other people's lives, then you're a visionary. So
Okay.
I want
Okay.
people to really represent that for real. So it says visionary across the sweatshirt,
Yeah.
and it says product of God right here on the sleeve.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, for hidden details, because
Yeah.
God is in the details, bro.
Okay. Are you religious? Are you very religious, or are you just? I mean,
No, I'm not religious at all.
oh,
Honestly.
okay. Because I ain't gonna lie, that kind of like I'm not really religious, but that kind of like
Yeah,
not that I wouldn't wear something like that, but like
yeah,
sometimes you just wonder like because I don't be judging, but like
yeah, yeah.
some people like are overpowering with like that, like they were like oh and then they start judging, and then you be looking like wait up, ain't motherfucker, ain't you like like what you talking about like so, but all right, that's okay, all right. Now I'm kind of now my guard is down now, so
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, bro, because I don't want people to think like this is some like religious thing. I'm trying to get people to be a Christian or whatever. Like it's nothing like that. Like
yeah.
you don't even have to be a Christian, but God is literally in everything,
Got
bro.
it. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Created everything. So
Yeah.
that's
Like
why
whether you talking about the or you just talking about spiritually, just like
yeah,
God,
spiritually, yeah,
something hot, bigger than us put us here.
definitely.
Okay,
Exactly.
I can get with that. I can get with
All
that. I can get with
right.
that. I can get it, but that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yes, I do like the shirt, and I did check it out. I was like, okay, I gotta because you said the store was closed. I think you but I didn't know if like did you have like a physical? You didn't have a physical
No,
store.
no, no,
Okay,
no,
okay,
no.
okay, okay.
Not
But
yet. Not yet,
okay,
but we're
okay.
gonna have one soon for sure.
That's what's up, man. And I be thinking, well, you said like lifestyle brand and stuff like that, because always thinking about merch and and just trying to explain my brand. But like I always just think like, dang, I don't want, I mean, how many everybody got shirts, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Everybody got this, everybody like what else can I and I'm always trying to think of like little stuff like what would people need? Like I always try to think of utility, like what I mean, what is
Definitely.
something that
Something
people
tangible.
need, but I could just slap my name on that shit, you know what I mean, or
Exactly.
whatever, what I mean? So
I
and
mean, we
then
can talk, bro. I got some ideas.
okay, all right. That's what this is about too, man. 280 plus, you know what I mean? Just networking and talking, man, and stuff like that. That's good. That's good.
Definitely, man.
All right,
But
man.
yeah,
What'd you say?
no, I was about to say,
Yeah, yeah.
if you're wondering like when the sweatshirts I'm gonna release next month, probably the first week of November. I don't
Okay.
have an exact date yet. And then I have a food collection coming in January, so it's gonna be a lot more products. Like it's gonna be clothing. Coming out with a bag, and
Okay.
it's something tangible. I don't want to give too many details into
No,
that,
no, yeah, yeah, yeah.
but yeah, definitely got some more stuff coming.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So I'll be on the lookout for that, man. Definitely. So all right, man. So let's switch it up, man. Let's get into some Twitter shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into some fun stuff, man. So yo, are you a wine drinker?
No, I started getting into wine not too long ago. Like I'm trying to get into it, but
Okay,
I
okay.
want to say I'm a wine drinker per se.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm on the same page as you. Like I'm not I like wine. You know what I mean? And I probably just only in the last couple of years I've been drinking it. I didn't hop on that wave when I felt like there was like a wave where like everybody was drinking. I think probably
Yeah,
when Drake, right? You know, when he started talking about
definitely.
Moscato, that's when everybody was like, yeah, now I drink Moscato and I drink this or whatever, whatever. But so a brand, and I don't know if if you ever tried it, whatever, but like and there's a challenge going on right now. So it's the Taylor Port challenge. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know. Yeah, so all right. So now like I said, when I got onto wine, I was actually drinking with some people I assume had more like sophisticated palates. And like I always hear about teleport that's like no don't fuck with
Exactly. That's what I heard.
that's like when you first start drinking vodka or
Right,
you're
facts.
drinking
That's what I heard.
Vladimir or something like that. Like that's what I gathered. Like that's what teleport is, whatever. But so have you drank that before? Because I never have. Like
No, because like you said, like people just kept talking about like that's low tier. Like don't drink that. It's gonna get you messed up. Like
okay, okay.
I never really tried it, honestly.
Oh, okay. Well, there's this because I was wondering, like, if it would, what it was about, because yeah, there's this teleport challenge, and like, so this dude is like, yeah, man, people, I drink wine, whatever. People have been telling me, like, yo, this teleport, like, that'll put you under, whatever, you know what I mean? And he's like, oh, they tell you all you need is one glass. And this motherfucker drinking it, and like he light skinned too, like you know what I mean, and he started turning red off, you know what I mean, and he's like, yo, he's like, yeah, this ain't no joke, man. Like whatever. And I'm like, I don't know that, but like people say like it has a distinct smell. Like,
Yeah,
and you know how like certain smells just tied to your memory where you're just like, oh no. Like, I mean, like I think a lot of people have bad nights off of that. So like, but you never took part in that.
I've been around it, so I know what you're talking about. I definitely smelt it. A few
Yeah.
parties I went to, like
Yeah.
I think it's no joke,
And
bro. I might try it.
that should just come in a big ass jug like that.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
oh no, 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 no.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, I'm cool then. Maybe if it's around, I don't think I'm ever gonna buy it. But like
Right,
if
okay.
it's around, I think I'll give it I'll give it a good. Well, I might not only need one glass because I'm not a big drinker anyway. So
Okay.
that might fuck me up. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good thing though, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We partake in other things, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Oh, I
But
got you.
you in a good area, you know what I mean? Because y'all got a lot of that, you know what I mean, down there and stuff like that. So
It's legal in DC, so
yeah, so that's what's up. All right. So another thing I've been seeing on Twitter, man. So have you seen like any videos? And this is the only one I seen, right? But I guess it started on TikTok, but then it got to Twitter, whatever. But like it's these videos of where like people are like holding a mic or just have their phone and they're like, all right, I'm passing the phone to, and like what they say is like the most, at least the one video I saw, they saying the most like disrespectful,
yeah.
shadiest, like kind of like personal details about somebody, whatever. So like the one that I saw, it was these coworkers and they worked at a restaurant, and I've heard about that restaurant culture, how like these people they kind of are close, whatever, but like it's a lot of drama and things like that, whatever. And so like they're like, I'm passing the phone too, and like they was just saying just some wild stuff about each other to where it's like I just started thinking like, yo, like when it comes to coworkers, like how close are you with your coworkers? You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because like they was saying some stuff where it's like, bro, like these people, like you got to watch who you say certain things to, because like people is not, they don't always got your best interest. Like I think some people is trying to, you know what I mean, like
Yeah, right.
take
No,
you
I know
out of
what you
here. You know
mean.
what I mean, with that shit. You know what I mean,
I think
so
I've seen the same video, bro. Is it so
it
it's
was like,
one black girl
yeah,
and
it's the light skinned girl and then the white girls, and you know what
yeah,
I
I
mean,
seen that one. Yeah.
yo, what
Yeah,
the
they was really attacking each other, like real passive aggressive for
yeah.
sure.
Like, you know what I mean? And like they obviously share these deep, intimate details with one another. But it's like, but then like if I tell you some personal shit, like I don't, I mean, don't kind of use it against me for the internet, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I don't know. Maybe that's how they have fun, but like I don't know. They ain't. I can't see like because it was a couple girls and then it seemed like it was a gay man on there.
Yeah.
But like I can't see men doing that, bro. Like I
No,
don't.
not especially not me. I couldn't do that, bro. Like that's just going
Nah.
too far. And I'm too much of a private person for that.
Okay.
So, but I definitely have like coworkers that I'm real close with. And
Yeah.
that's something I actually could see us doing, but to take it that far to like we would be fighting, bro. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, and
lie.
the comments was funny. Like somebody was like, they was like, yo, I've been working at this job for a couple months, and like I don't think my coworkers even know my name. Like, you know what I mean? Let alone like
Yeah,
know
some
all
people
these
like
personal
that.
details. And it's funny because you know, what I do, you know, the kind of job I work at now, I can't say that I'm that close with them personally. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, I'm work close, but I'm not like I don't share too much of my personal life. And the only probably the last job I had was like where I was kind of closer with coworkers was probably like when I had a retail job, and that was like, you know, post high school before like I started my career. And it's funny because like I knew Quell since he was a young boy,
Okay.
but we worked at Radio Shack together, and like
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
yeah. So we worked at Radio Shack, and I didn't get him the job, but like when he got hired, or when you know he was getting an interview, I was telling my manager like, yeah, that's my young boy, like yeah, like bring him on, whatever. And then we got end up getting close because
Uh,
just seeing him, you know, every day and just and rocking with him, whatever. But it's still I don't we was close, but I still don't see us doing nothing like that, you
yeah,
know.
right, right.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
bro.
So all right, let's that's yeah. So you know what I mean, just you know, late, especially women, I think, man, you know, just be mindful of what you sharing with with your friends, you know what I mean, because you know, everybody trying to get clout off the internet. And I think the white girl kind of got the light skinned girl a little bit. Like I think she was saying
She
more
did, bro.
damaging things to
She
about
did.
her.
I think all of them was getting on her. Like I could kind of tell it was like directed at one person at one point.
Yeah. They called it. They said, oh, something about her lonely fans, and then it went to the black girl. So I was like, oh, because it took me a while to realize, oh, wait up, like, oh, they're past, you know what I mean, like what was going on. I'm like, oh shit, that's the person that they just said,
Right.
like, so that was crazy, man. That was crazy.
Yeah.
So, all
I
right,
ain't
man.
gonna lie, it was entertaining though.
It
I
was, it was, it
laugh at
was.
that.
It was, and I wonder now. I want to see like different ones. Yeah, I mean, like, and how crazy do they get? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe because there's probably some fun ones too. But
Yeah,
that
definitely. Do
that
you
one,
dive in like TikTok a lot?
no, because no. So I used to post content on TikTok, and then they be blocking my shit. They be muting
Yeah,
my
some of them.
videos, whatever, and then I don't understand it because I've seen like wild stuff on there, and I'm like, how
Yeah.
is like me talk like when I talked about Brittany Griner getting booked, whatever, for the first time. This is when she first got booked. They
Okay.
muted that video like right away, and I was like, how the fuck, like what the fuck I mean. So
Yeah.
no, I don't really. I do YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube or YouTube Shorts even. But nah, like why? What's going on in TikTok or just
No, I was just bringing it up because I know a lot of those videos that trend is on there, so you'll see a lot of that on TikTok that we was
okay?
talking about. Yeah,
Yeah. All right, that's
but
what's
I
up.
respect that, bro. Like, cause I just watched a TikTok video. Of this guy, he was saying like his videos kept getting blocked and deleted, and it was some tough topics to talk about, but they just took it off. So yeah, there's
Yeah.
something going on with TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. Some
Yeah, and well, the only thing too with TikTok, it's too closely connected to minors. You know what I mean? That's all I'll say because and there was just a point where there was like an intersection of my content with like, and I was like, oh no, I can't mess with that. You know what I mean? Because yeah, like
yeah, I respect
yeah, I mean,
that.
yeah, it's like I gotta, this is like this is my shit, whatever. But I don't need like, so, yeah, like because there's no age restriction, like you know what I mean, and like kids don't use Instagram like that. They don't use it, and I don't really use Facebook either. But they don't use Twitter. They don't use Facebook. They use TikTok and Snapchat. So like I try to stay away from
Yeah,
that because I can't age restrict it and like so.
that makes sense. I
But
respect.
yeah, man. So let's switch it up, man, and oh man, yo, I saw a great movie the other night, you know what I mean? And I seen you posted it weeks ago when it first came out. I think you even changed your Avi on Twitter to the
Oh,
picture.
you talk about Intergalactic.
Yeah, so man, seen that Intergalactic, man, seen that Kid Cudi movie. And you know what? I don't even know, because sometimes when stuff comes out, I don't necessarily just hop on it, whatever. And then, like, obviously some other topics kind of came up, and I was like, you know what, I need to talk to Chad. And I know you've seen that movie, so I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's something that we could talk about as well.
Right.
So like, so it's an animated movie. If y'all don't know, it's on Netflix. It's an animated movie, and it's starring Kid Cudi, and it was a pretty dope and relatable film, animated film. And we'll kind of get into that, but like, what, so initial reactions, what was your initial reactions after like kind of checking that out? Like,
Honestly, I didn't have no expectations just because I am a big fan of Kid Cudi,
okay,
his music per se. Like, I never got into like the other ventures he was going to, because I know he was acting at
okay,
one point. So when he said he was coming out with a film, it was just like, okay, that's cool. Like, he's trying something different. You know, he's a creative at the end of the day. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. But once I checked it out, I was wild, bro. Like, I
yeah,
really loved it. Like, honestly, you're gonna get a good story. I'm a fan of good storytelling, and
yeah,
Kid
yeah,
Cudi, he does that with his music. Like,
yeah,
I instantly connected. Like, as soon as it came on, like the whole scene, and actually, I even like the the hidden stuff, like what the characters was wearing, and
oh
when
yeah,
we get to
yeah,
the
yeah,
apartment and
the
all that.
off-white stuff that, yeah,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
yep,
Like,
yep, yep,
I just connected with it on a heavy level. But I loved it, man. It was very relatable. Definitely loved the storyline.
yeah.
I think people like are sleeping on it, bro.
Yeah, yeah, like, and so I haven't really heard, you the only one that I seen really talking about it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And now, like I said, that was weeks ago, and then I didn't even know what it was. So I was like, all right, man, I seen that he watched it. And I was like, all right, for this show, I'm gonna check it out. And I didn't know anything. I'm like, Intergalactic. The title don't even kind of match
Yeah.
anything that is going on in the movie, whatever. And then I cut it on, and I'm like, oh, this is hard. Like, this is hot, whatever. Like, I mean, the animation just off of it kind of caught me. I mean, it kind of felt like metaverses, like, kind of like the Spider-Man metaverse, kind of like
Yeah,
that's,
the Miles Morales joint. Yeah,
yeah, kind
definitely.
of gave me them vibes, whatever. And it was like kind of raw and just like, kind of unfinished a little bit, but like I was like, oh, and then and like, the Ty Dolla Sign is it, like, yeah, I mean, I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah,
Ty
that was
Dolla
dope.
Sign, like, what I mean, oh,
Yeah.
that's Jessica Williams, like, oh
All
shit,
right.
like, and I mean, and just like seeing these characters, and yeah, like I liked, because I wasn't sure if it was about Cuddy or what, because he had the name Jabari, but then they was talking about Mr. Rager. And I was like,
Right, right.
oh shit, like what? So I was kind of confused because, like I said, I kind of went in with no expectations. But yeah, man, like I really felt it. And even like just like we haven't really seen too much like adult like cartoons like that. I mean, like
Like that, yeah, that's
where
facts.
it's like adult themes, adult like messaging and things like that. Like they having sex, but it wasn't like weird. Like, I mean, it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
like it was like it just fit. You know what I mean?
definitely.
Um, and it's funny because though, as good as the movie is, if it wasn't animated, I don't think it would work. Like, I think the acting would have been like, you know what I mean? Like, because voice acting is different. Like, I guess there's a
Definitely.
timing to it, whatever. But I'm like, I don't know. Like, just the way they was talking, I don't think it would have hit the same way if it was like in real life. You know what I mean? Like, just that's the vibe I kind of got. But as
That's
a video,
interesting perspective because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot like it was an animation. Like,
yeah, yeah,
when I was
yeah,
watching it, like it was like wow, like like I said, the storyline was so captivating. Like, it's for adults. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Stuff that was going on. Like, but yeah, man, like I really relate to it. Like, especially the part about the first girl he was dealing with, Carmen.
yes,
I
yes,
actually
yeah.
have a Carmen in my life, bro.
Oh,
And it's funny.
oh. So
Not gonna
like
say her
a
name.
ex that's kind of lingering around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay,
She she actually hit me up because she seen the film as well.
okay.
She was like, "I'm definitely the Carmen in your life," and I was like, I didn't want to say it, but I was like, "Yeah, yeah, pretty much." But
Yeah,
it was cool. Like,
Yeah, because I was gonna ask you. I was like, so yeah, I think we both agree that it's very relatable. I guess I was just, what aspects of the film was relatable. So Carmen was one for you.
Definitely.
Yeah, just that. Yeah, I think that storyline, man. Like it was funny because I was watching it, my shorty. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And
Perfect. That was
yeah,
perfect.
yeah, and it was perfect. I didn't know it was even a love story and all that. And then, but like some of the things that was kind of happening was like it really hit home to what some stuff that we was kind of dealing with, whatever. And just this idea of like, yeah, the ex that is kind of maybe still in your life in some capacity, you know what I mean? But then just how sometimes you realize that intersectionality of it, like, or that intersection of your lives, how troubling that could be sometimes, you know what I mean? And like things don't always they're not always as they appear, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever, because when she sent Bull the text message that she was in his hoodie, like, oh, you left something here and everything always
Yeah.
fits. And then like cause yo, he's having this whirlwind romance with this other girl, and I'm thinking like, when the hell Bull have time to do that?
Right,
Like, you know what I mean? And I
right.
thought, I was like, yo, and it was crazy
Right.
because, like I said, it was something that I was going through where it was like, nah, it ain't what it seems, whatever. And then like we find out it wasn't what it seemed, whatever. And I was like, oh, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, that was
Like,
hard.
but yeah, that was real good, man. Like I think people definitely need to stop sleeping, need to
Yeah,
check that
man.
out.
I feel like
Um,
all the men could relate to the main character Jabari because I know I did.
yeah,
Just
definitely.
how he act with his friends as well, like Ty Dollar signs, and
Yep, yep.
we get with your boys. Y'all get wild and stuff like that. Like I thought that was cool to see as well. So
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And like I said, like even just like just not even just the fact that the anime, but like black animation too. Like I feel like
yeah,
last time I seen that it was like, to like that high level was like Boondocks, but that's still kind of like anime style, whatever. Like
right,
this was its own thing.
definitely.
And like, and even Boondocks is they get into like societal type of satire, whatever. But like this was like, yeah, it was like a real movie. And that's what I mean. Like it was good, but like just because like I don't know how good of an actor like Kid Cudi is, whatever. Like
I
I
don't
just
either.
felt like just, even like how he was speaking, like I was like, I don't know if his time, like if this was like in person, I don't know if his timing would have been like
Right,
believable, but like just like it's like, yeah, you just get captivated into the whole story and all that. So it was dope, man. It was definitely dope.
definitely dope. But
So
everybody need to check that out.
yeah, check that out, man. If y'all haven't yet, man, that's a good thing to watch with a shorty, man. Like, good Netflix and chill tape movie. And yeah, man, by the end, you're gonna be doing what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna get you to where you at. You know what I mean? So all right, man. All right, and then let's switch it up again, man. This is gonna be probably our last major topic, man. And so, man, your boy, Kanye West, man. On
I
Drink
knew he was
Champs,
about. I
man.
knew he was about to get into this.
I know, man. So the Drink Champs episode dropped, and from and me, I actually talk about Kanye a lot, and it's funny because he said some stuff in there, and I vocalized this too, where he's like, yo, you know what I mean, if you talk about me, you probably love me, whatever. And like it's like, yeah, like there's certain aspects of his career that I'm like I respect,
Right.
whatever. I just don't I don't he don't, and he talked about this too. He don't got the best delivery. Like, you know what I mean? He don't
I
always,
agree.
he's not as like as deep as his songs might be at times.
Mhm.
When he speaks, he's not as sophisticated as
Yeah,
he
definitely.
should, because and that's a problem because it's about messaging and you want your message to always be clear. But yeah, man, he faced some, and I, like I said, I was on the side when talking about Adidas and Gap, and because me feeling like he should have been branched off and did his own thing. But obviously then I hold him accountable, or I criticize him when he's saying some nut shit, whatever, or when he pulling stunts that where when you're not really explaining the stunts, whatever. But
Right.
all right, so Drink Champs came out, and I think I guess I'll start with you, man. Like, what was your, because you were pretty vocal online about it, you know what I mean, and just about watching the whole thing and things like that, and not rushing to judgment. So like, I guess yeah, initial reactions, man. How did you take the article, like, or that's the article, the interview, like what was it like to you, man? So
Honestly, my initial reaction was like, what the hell, bro? Like, again,
Oh,
like, yeah, that was my first reaction. Cause I'm like, with Kanye, man, like, for those that don't know, like, I'm a Kanye fan. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been rocking with him. Like, that's another one, like, I've been rocking with since he first came out.
okay.
I still love his music to this day. I love what he's doing outside of music as well. So it just hits a little bit different for me.
Yeah.
So, but I'm still human. He's still human. So, like I said, my initial reaction when he did that stunt, and then I was seeing the clips, like, cause I seen the clips first on Twitter from the
Yeah.
Drake Champs interview. I was like, what the hell, like, like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
doing it again, and but the way I take on life, bro, like I'm such an open minded person.
Okay.
I don't quickly judge either. And I've been taught that even like even if you don't agree with somebody or necessarily like the things that they're doing, like you don't just shun them away. You still listen, you
Okay.
still pay attention. And then when you listen, you pay attention, then you take on your own perspective.
Okay.
But you just don't shun it out. And I feel like a lot of people do that. And that's why I like somebody like a Kanye because he's like an example of that. Like, and let me clarify this. Like, I want to start off by saying I don't agree with everything Kanye says, like
Okay. Okay.
at all. Like, you know, there's
Because
some,
there probably are some stands that do that though, like that are
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. There definitely are. There's definitely people out there like that. But like I said, I'm an open-minded person. I'm my own person. Like, you know, Kanye says a lot. I'm a free thinker. I'm a free thinker too. So I'm like, you know,
yeah.
I'm just, you know, take it how I take it pretty much. But yeah, man, like I don't agree with everything he's saying. Um, but the Drake Chance interview, bro, it gave me a lot more clarity. And
Okay.
I do agree with you, like he just doesn't know how to really articulate what he's saying. And
Yeah.
I could kind of relate to that, honestly, personally, bro, because
Okay. Okay.
I'm an artist. Like I feel like a lot of artists are like that. Like, and I'm
Yeah.
very private, and I'm a quiet person, believe it or not. Like I don't really like this interview was a whole like I was getting anxiety. I'm gonna keep it G. Like I was getting like anxiety and nervous about the interview because like I'm kind of to myself pretty much. So like really when I express myself, like it's through photography, is when I'm creating something. Like I like
Okay.
to express myself that way. And I feel like Kanye's the same way. Like he's a little bit much better speaker, but his delivery, his message is still like he gotta work on that.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's what makes, you know, everybody has a different personality, but I think that kind of makes him that's what sets him different between like him and Hove, you know what I mean, where
Definitely.
Hove don't got it, like, you know what I mean, he's made it, you know what I mean, and like he's making moves constantly, but like now, you know what I mean, and he's great articulate in terms of what he when he does speak, he is articulate, but he's a man of very few words, and I feel like sometimes Kanye, he loves the attention too much, you know what I
That
mean? A
too.
little
Yeah,
bit too.
he
So then it's like, you know what I mean? He got to be out there, whatever. And obviously too, he's I think he's more emotional. And that's not always a bad thing, but whatever, he wears his emotions on his sleeves and he feels like he got it, like if he's thinking it, he got to get it out. And instead of like sometimes it's like, yo, bro, less is more, man. Like I think, you know what I mean, the people that like people aren't like waiting for you to say anything anymore. Like they just, you know what I mean? They want to see the moves nowadays. Like you know what I mean?
right.
You're a grown man, like you in your 40s, you know what I mean? Like you made it, you know what I mean? The richest black, I mean, he kept bragging about that too, like richest black man. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
yeah, like you don't have, what do you got to talk about? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because that's not, I don't even think people aren't buying stuff because of what you're saying, but I mean, obviously that can hurt, some of the stuff that you're saying can hurt you in some ways,
yeah, definitely.
and things like that. But terms of my initial reactions, man, like because yeah, the first clip that came out obviously was the George Floyd, you know, him talking about that, and so obviously I wanted to see it, but my initial reactions was like that was actually the most like, you know what I mean, whatever he says in the
Yeah,
first, you know, half hour probably is like probably the most damaging things that he said. But then everything else, what was for me wasn't that new because I've been following him with, like I said, his brand disputes. I've been following him with his wife and all their antics, whatever. So like, and I've been talking about it on the podcast. So like nothing was like brand new to me. And like, yeah, I think Kanye, he's definitely known for, he says some universal truths that we could probably all agree with. And then I think, but people, I think what it is like people gravitate towards that and be like, yeah, see, he's not crazy. And I don't think he's crazy, but like it's something about his personality that just doesn't, I don't know if it, I'm not the only one, but it just doesn't always connect with his message. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, bro, sometimes you gotta just like reel it back. But you know, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't as damaging as I thought, but he faced a lot of backlash, man. And is it just because of that? Because they and like I want to know, you know, they filed a suit against him, like a $250 million
Yeah, I seen that. That's crazy, bro.
lawsuit.
Crazy.
And so obviously, because I think initial reaction is like, oh, you know, because he was talking about, you know, people, and I don't even know if I could say it because like I'm not big enough, you know what I mean? They block my stuff, but like he was talking about a certain group of people, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, and but he kept saying Jew, like he kept saying Jewish
yeah,
people.
bro. I was
And
like,
I was like, all right, you can lay off for now. Like, I get it,
yeah.
I get it. But like, he just like that's why he kept talking about like the whole like
So
I got two.
So towards the end, and this is what I love about like conversation. This is what I actually like about Drink Champs. They let people talk, and
Okay.
he actually corrected himself. Well, N.O.R.E and his co-host, they kept saying, "Bro, you gotta stop saying Jewish people. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a wrong. It's just a negative connotation towards that."
Yep.
So he was just like, "All right, I'm gonna just say I'm jealous. That's what
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
jealous."
I put that in my shit right here. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So it was like that was a beautiful thing to see, but I, bro, it's just Kanye. I agree with everything you said, bro. Like, it's like he has some universal things, like you said, that is truth. But then you say like stuff like with the George Floyd situation, like it's just like, bro, like you're doing this too much, bro. It's just too much. So I
Yeah, yeah.
totally agree, bro.
And I think with the George Floyd thing, my issue with it was, I know where you're getting that. I know partially where you're getting some of that information from, and kind of some of the people that you're tied to, and like, you know,
Right.
being tied to somebody like Candace Owens. It's like, I don't know how you feel about her, but like, it's like, yo, bro, she's very anti-black, man. Like, she is very anti-black. Like, I don't like all she talks about. Like, there's a way to kind of get your message across to where you know what I mean, where you can say like, yes, you know, we should probably maybe take heed of other communities, other groups, whatever, and maybe use them as an example. But like, she don't do that. She shits on black people and says, yeah, because the Chinese people are doing this better, and da, da, da. And it's like, but like, yo, and I don't know. The one thing I wanted, I think, was maybe more clarification as to what, like, him say it on Drink Champs,
Right.
what the White Lives Matter was all about. Because, you know, he kind of hints at it, whatever. And he say, oh, my dad kind of understood it, whatever. But like, he don't really, and now granted, I didn't get into hour 3 and maybe he did say it, whatever. But like, why didn't he like fully like get into that? Because I don't know. Like, again, like there might be a deeper message there, but let's like, bro, you don't gotta like just do stuff for black people. You don't gotta like, and I
Yeah.
said that on my podcast too when I was a solo. Like, I mean, if you trying to do stuff for black people, then just do it, bro. Like,
Just do it. Like
you don't need all these like theatrics and things like that,
he thinks he
because
has to do that though. That's
what's
the
up?
crazy thing. I said he thinks he has to do that. That's the crazy thing.
I know, like, and it's
Because
like,
that if you think about it, those things that he's been doing, like it's like a history of it, like with the whole
yes,
Trump situation.
yes,
It definitely had opened doors for him. So I think that's why he continues to do it because he's like, if I go out and speak my mind, like it's gonna give me this, this, and this.
yeah,
And of course, like you said, he's an attention seeker. And then another thing added on to it is like I get to sell my products again. Because
yeah,
that's another thing. Like it's kind of selfish too in a way. Like yeah, like I got some shit that I'm about to drop.
yeah,
I was just going this rants and talking
yeah,
my shit.
yeah. All right, so just question: would you ever wear a White Lives Matter shirt?
Hell no.
Okay, all right.
Hell no.
Okay, okay,
But I would say I kind of got where he was coming from with that because
okay.
uh, you know, he's been on a tour with all these interviews. Like it's kind of hard to keep up. So he was on the
It
news
is.
talking about it. Yeah, it's hard to keep up. But the White Lives Matter, that was just a poke at the fashion industry because the fashion industry, they've been promoting that for years. if you really think about it. And he was just tired of it. It was a poke at the fashion industry and the media. So he knew like all the attention was going to be on him. Like it was Fashion Week during that week. Like
Okay.
Fashion Week is actually all month pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
But what was we talking about during Fashion Week? In my world, we was all talking about that Kanye, like
Yeah.
that show with the Balenciaga show, and then him
Yeah.
wearing the White Lives Matter shirt. Like it was just about Kanye. So he purposely did it, and then him saying like White Lives Matter, it's pretty much like a true statement. But I just don't agree. I'm with you on that. I just don't agree he should have did all that. Like you don't have to do all that to get your point across. Like,
Yeah, bro. And I just think that especially like I said, who the people that he's kind of joining forces with, they partner and they're cool with and allies with people that can take that message and I like and turn it into something totally different, like something that we don't, that's something that it's like an unintended consequence, like something's like, no, we don't want to empower the people that feel that, you know, they are more superior than us. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want to fuel those flames, because I could just, like I said, where I work is like a rural area, and like they not too in tune, you know what I mean, with some stuff like that. But like if they would get they hold hands of that, you know what I mean, and then they look at it like, well, yeah, it's a black man said it, so it can't be racist. And it's like, no, like you know what I mean? Like if white
yeah,
people start like really galvanizing behind that message, that sound like white power to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't sound like white, you know what I mean? Like it just, and it gets nasty, bro. It just,
yeah,
and
yeah. Then you start like confusing people, like you said.
yeah, like,
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. Like you made it, bro. Like you made it, and you really, you probably, you don't realize the influence. I talk about this influence too. Like you don't realize how much influence you have. You could just do good. Just do good. Like you don't got to be provocative no more. Just
definitely.
you know, stick to the message, stick to the plan, stick to what you want to see, man. But yeah, like I said, man, I don't know. I don't know what to say in terms of like, I think he always gonna bounce back, because now he's on an apology tour. So like, why? So that's the thing too. It's like, why are
Yeah,
you on an apology? Like, so you
yeah,
know you ain't supposed to say stuff, and
right.
then like, so you make it as if you're this like, I'm anti-establishment, I'm gonna go against everybody, but then you apologize. Like, so if you really are against it, you wouldn't apologize. I don't know. So that's where it'd be like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and then it's like, so this was just for attention, because
yeah,
it
yeah.
worked,
I get where you coming from.
it
Yeah.
worked. Yeah, I mean, for sure. But
I would say this too, man. Like, and I might sound contradicting right now, I'm not gonna lie, but I do love when he does speak up at the same time, because
okay,
there be some stuff like we just don't talk about, especially in the black community.
okay,
And Kanye's that one person that be like, "Hey, like this is what's going on. Like y'all need to be aware of it."
yeah,
We all get hurt, and we be like, "Why he say that? He didn't need to say that." But sometimes I'll be like, "Yo, I feel like he needed to say that."
okay, okay,
And that's why I like having an open mind and really digging deep, because like I'll give you an example with the slavery is a whole choice thing. Like
okay.
that was a good example. Like I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard that, I was hurt. Like I was hurt. Like I was like, I'm done with Kanye. But and like to go back and when I watched the whole interview, the video, whatever, um, he just dove right into it. He was actually talking about, mentally we was there.
Okay,
And I could, and when he says stuff like that, when he really does articulate what he's trying to say, like I feel like that's necessary. Like we need
okay.
to do that stuff because it's the truth. Like we're still, we have the Black Lives Matter movement, but that's another thing. Like what has Black Lives Matter do?
Oh yeah, yeah. And I don't, and that's the thing too. I'm not necessarily like supporting the movement or
All
whatever. Like
right,
it's more for me, it's the slogan, because the movement has if anything, it's created more division and like maybe closed some doors for us, you know what I mean, as a
exactly.
community. I'd rather say I'm black and say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Like
Right,
I'd rather do
exactly.
that than Black Lives Matter. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
So that
but
means more to me than that. Like, because you just can't, can't appropriate the other, you know what I mean? Like you could twist that phrase to mean something. And yeah, like I think it was a slogan, and then when it became an organization ran by people that ain't even
Right.
then you realize, oh wait up, no, that's not what I'm talking about. And like you almost when it comes to like dealing with white people, you almost had to make that distinction all the time. Like, no, I'm not talking about this
Right.
organization because I don't know anybody a part of that organization. But the slogan, it made sense. But again, that might have been, like some people say, like that might have been the worst, that at least in recent years, that might have been the worst thing that we did. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
popularizing that, you know what I mean? So
Well, let me say this too. Like, I'm just really, I don't know about you, but me personally, I'm just fed up with the slogans.
yeah.
I'm tired of these protests. I'm tired of these kumbaya sessions. We come into these meetings and nothing ever gets done.
Okay.
So like when I come across, when you hear people like Kanye speaking out, he's not the only one. Like he's just one of the biggest
Yeah. Yeah.
influencers of our generation. Like period. Like that, what he's saying is true. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm just that type of person. Like I always tell this to my friends. I don't want to just talk about it. I want to do it. So if
Yeah.
we're talking about it, let's do it. Like let's come up with a plan and do it. You know, right now, I think we was talking earlier off the podcast. Like I was telling you, like I've been taking like a hiatus. Like I've been trying to stay low key
Okay.
and get my priorities together and work on some stuff I want to get accomplished.
Yeah.
And that's because I want things to happen in my life. I want to
Yeah.
manifest the things. And for order for you to manifest things and make things happen, you have to come up with number one, a plan. Number two, you gotta take action.
Yeah.
One plan, action. And there's steps. Of course, there's steps to it, but that's what the plan is for. And you take steps, step by step, and then you make it happen. And I'm just one of those people, like, I make things happen. Kanye, he's a person that makes things happen.
Yeah.
I just want that for my people, bro. Like, and I know it's going to take a while. I know a couple of things we could do. I know it starts with economics.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be a big thing. Really just economics, bro. Like when you have a lot of people, more black billionaires, people in power, I think that's
Yes.
what really shift things. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's your economic power, not necessarily political power.
yeah,
Like, yeah, I mean,
thank you.
but we do. I think we do still need some of that too, because yeah, I mean, we need to be trying to influence and changing some of these laws if we can. To
Definitely.
yeah, I mean, because yeah, like economic power. Yeah, I mean, sometimes for black people, I feel like it goes only so far because we see even with Kanye, like I mean, he got the economic power, but then you got banks and stuff like that. He's running into brick walls too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like,
definitely.
you know what I mean? If you gotta, yeah, we need it at
Need
all
more people.
facets. Yeah,
Yeah,
and we need more people. Yeah, we just need more of them. So we're all it's strength in numbers. You know what I mean? Not, so
definitely.
that's crazy. That's crazy. So that's good, man. That's good. Good conversation. Like I said, I didn't see nothing else too damaging other than like he just kept
Yeah.
talking about the same thing. I'm like,
Nigga, I'm
all
not
right.
gonna lie, like towards the end of the Drake Chance video, it kind of just got worse because he was
Oh, did it?
they were drinking and smoking and slurring their words. I'm like, oh. Then he got to
Yeah.
talking about Kim again, like
Yeah, yeah.
shitting on her, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, all right, we get it, man. Y'all, you hurt. I mean, and
Yeah,
I mean, with reason. I mean, you got a lot at stake. You know what I mean, when it comes to that.
yeah,
But
definitely.
that's the thing too. Where he's like, oh, where is y'all at? You know what I mean? Y'all gotta be. And I'm thinking like, bro, I don't know. Us talking about your
Yeah, we
kid,
can't do nothing.
we can't do. That's where sometimes I wonder too. Like, bro, are you like you don't live in this world? Like, I mean, because like it don't matter how vocal regular people are about your kids or your famous friends are vocal about your kids.
Right,
We can't do shit about that, bro. We can't
right,
help you there. Like, you know what I mean? Like I mean, I always even looked at that like that was
right.
like a stunt for both of them. I don't know, but like
No,
obviously
I
I don't
want to
know.
say this too. I'm glad you brought that up. I one of the guys I follow, he's a great leader. I don't know if you know about 19 Keys.
Yes. I know Nigel Keys. He be
Yeah,
on Earn Your Leisure a lot.
yeah, man. I really
Okay.
love those guys. But 19 Keys, he tweeted, he was like, man, black media has failed us with the Kanye situation, um, with his Drake Chance interview and with him trying to get his kids. Because Kanye kept saying, they kidnapped my kids. I wasn't able to go see my to my daughter's birthday party, whatever. But I kind of agree with that. Like when things like I don't know, I feel like black mainstream media always add on to the drama, to the turmoil.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of seeing that too, bro. It's like at this point in time, like you gotta be living under a rock if you don't see what the media is doing to
Yeah. Yeah.
people, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's all the time. Like I brought this example up on Facebook the other day. I was like, remember about what they did to Allen Iverson? Remember he lost the first round of the playoffs, and then he did that post conference interview, and the famous
Practice. Yeah.
what's practice?
We're
Like
talking
we
about
talking
practice.
about
Yeah.
practice. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Do you see what they did to that man after he did that interview? Like so his world was turned all upside down. Like people and our community was right with everybody else, like the rest of the world, like, oh, he ain't shit. Like,
Ah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
it keeps happening, it keeps happening, it keeps happening. It's just sad, bro. So I want more black media to step up more and
Yeah.
turn a different narrative. Like
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it would make a world of difference. I
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny. Well, you say that because, like, I think sometimes that positive stuff or stuff that might be a different message, it's so like niche, like you know what I mean, like where it's not to the masses, or like it comes off as like I don't know, like even Hotep or something, like I mean, it comes off as a different way, like where it again we even though it's like probably good in certain ways, we put a negative context on it, whatever, because it's not. It might not be traditional thought. It might not be what we're used to hearing, whatever. But sometimes them harsh truths, man. We need those
It's
too,
all
man.
about the ratings, and I get
Yeah.
that. I get that.
And that's the thing too, like with Noriega, it's like, yo, like yeah, what how did you feel about him like taking it down? Like I guess I mean some of that maybe that lawsuit has something to do with it, whatever, but like then him going on that apology tour, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's like, what is like, I don't know. Like because obviously Kanye went to you as thinking like, yo, you're independent black media, which he's not independent black media, but like he,
right.
I mean, that's why he came to you, because he felt he could talk to you unfiltered. And then, you know what I mean? Then you
Yeah,
kind of backtrack a little bit on it, and I don't know. So
yeah. Honestly, bro, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I got love for N.O.R.E. I love what he did with his platform. That's like one of my favorite podcasts to watch or shows.
okay, okay. Is it because of the guests that he has, or is it because of him?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I
Both.
think it's because for me, I think it's why I think people like it is because of the people that he brings on, because I don't necessarily think he asks great questions. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
he's not. He's not really a good interviewer.
Yeah, it's like
I would agree with that.
I could do
But
that. Like nigga,
he do provide the
Kanye, come on
vibe.
my shit. You know what I mean?
Right, right. He's good at providing the vibes. I think
Oh
that was
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
great concept of adding, that whole vibe thing. But
Yeah,
honestly, the to go back, like I don't respect what he did. He went back on his like word or whatever. Like he was all kumbaya with Kanye, and then you turn around and you're apologizing. Now I get why he's doing it because, like you said, he doesn't own it. Like I think Revolt owns it, I believe.
yeah, yeah.
He
Or yeah,
owns
he has
that
yeah,
show. So in that stance, like it's tricky because I know he has to provide for his family. Like at the
yeah,
end of the day, so it's just like, all right, you're gonna apologize to these people. You're gonna take this interview off, or you're gonna lose your job, pretty much.
yeah, yeah,
So I kind of get it, but at the same time, it's just like you kind of fake to me because like then you talking about on this apology tour, you corrected Kanye, or you wish you would have corrected Kanye, but you wasn't trying to correct Kanye.
nah,
They was just trying to get ratings. That's why you
yeah,
put them on there. And I don't respect that. Like I like real, genuine people at the end of the day. Like
yep.
honestly, I think he should have went on Joe Budden podcast.
And you said that, and I was like, nah, I ain't gonna go.
I
Like,
know you're not gonna do
yeah, and
that.
I don't know why. Like, it's for whatever reason. I don't know if he would, why he would. Well, maybe is Joe Budden podcast not big enough, or whatever, or is it too like? Is Joe too combative? Is it, what I mean? Why?
I think it might be a personality. And nah, I wouldn't say that because he did go on Breakfast Club with Charlamagne. I think he handled him pretty well.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a good question. I didn't think
yeah,
about that
yeah,
deeply.
yeah. I want, but yeah, I don't know. I can't. I would like to see it, but I don't know if we
It
gonna.
would be very interesting because I like how Joe is really good at dissecting a lot
Yes.
of things. Like, he's
Yeah,
like a genius at that. But
he is. He is. So, all right, man. Yo, did you have a good time tonight, man?
I had a great time, bro. This was
Yo,
fun.
that definitely smooth, man. And I ain't gonna hold you. This is, you know what I mean, like I was actually underprepared for this. I mean, I was like, oh, fuck, like, you know what I mean,
No,
oh,
you
like,
good.
and then I didn't hear from you, like, you know what I mean. Well, I sent it late because like I said, everything I was like kind of rushing, whatever. And I was like, man, like, hopefully this is good because you never know. Sometimes for some people you got to over prepare and
Yeah.
you kind of got to lead them into wherever. But like, you know what I mean? And then sometimes you just get a gem where you like, yo, oh no, this guy could talk and he could hold his own. And
Right.
like, it was just flowed. I think we just flowed. And less was more for this one. Less was more in terms of preparation. And I thought it was great, man. I thought it was
I
great.
thought it
Like,
was great too. I appreciate you having me on, bro. Like I said, like I don't usually do this. I know I had my own podcast at one point,
yeah,
but it
yeah.
was different because like I did that with my best friend.
Okay, okay.
It was just like talking to the homie, and I wasn't really looking at the camera at the time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, yeah. It was just like the way we were set up. I was just looking directly at him. We
Oh,
just had
okay,
a
okay.
conversation. But this was different, and I want to do more of these. So I appreciate you, bro. Like,
Yo, no doubt, man. You can always come back, man. You know what I mean? Maybe we
oh
get
yeah, I got a sweatshirt for you too.
for real.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. Just give
Oh,
me your address.
oh, exclusive. Yo, finally get some gifts, man. Yo, I appreciate you, man. And I'm definitely going, I'm gonna buy another one, man. So, you know what I mean? That's love, bro. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. And
Sure.
yo, man, before we go, you have anything, where can people find you on social media? Plug anything that you got, man, that you got going on.
Okay, so Chad Visionaire, you can hire me to do photography. I do a little bit of videos as well. You can find me at chadvisionaire.co, not
Okay.
chadvisionaire.com, chadvisionaire.co. You can find me on there. And then my brand, my lifestyle brand, productofgod.co again. You can buy clothes on there. And then my social media handles, Chad Visionaire. Then I have product of God _ and that's it.
That's what's up, man. So yeah, man, check my boy out, man. You know what I mean? Tap in. You got a lot of good got some smooth content, you know what I mean? And follow him even on all the socials, man. He got good conversation, things like that. And yo, man, it was real good talking to you. Glad to have you. And like I said, you're welcome back anytime. And yo, if y'all still watching, man, I need y'all, man, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, send us a comment, man. What did y'all think about the Kanye interview, and all the backlash and everything like that, and all the other topics that we talked about, man? Just shoot a comment down there below. And yo, this is another episode of Tweety Plus Podcast, y'all. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Haha.